Everything I need to know about what lies before me. Everything I need to know about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me through the mind of God within me. Everything I need to know about what lies before me. Everything I need to know about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me through the mind of God within me. Everything we need to know about what lies before us. Everything we need to know about what lies before us is available to us, is available to us through the mind of God within us. Everything I need to know about what lies before me. Everything I need to know about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me through the mind of God within me, through the mind of God within me, through the mind of God within me.
Hello and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Santa Rosa virtual service. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. You can find out more information about our Center for Spiritual Living in Santa Rosa by visiting our website, cslsr.org. It's newly designed and easy to navigate, and it has information that is continuously updated about how you can participate in all of our online activities. Before we begin today's service, I would like to read to you the official statement of our Centers for Spiritual Living, which I wrote along with the Spiritually Motivated Social Engagement Committee of Centers for Spiritual Living. We are grieving lives that ought not to have been lost. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery are the most recent in a list of countless unarmed African American and black people who have been murdered for the color of their skin over the past 400 years in the United States. Too many generations have suffered, and it has never been, and is not now, acceptable. We denounce racism in all of its forms. The starkness of unapologetic, intentional racism, the racism of silence in the face of injustice, the systemic racism inherent in our educational, justice, income and opportunity inequity systems, and the racism that lies hidden in our individual hearts and minds. We envision a world where personal responsibility joins with social conscience in every area of the political, corporate, academic, and social sectors. We value a community-wide climate of safety that arises from compassion, justice, mutual respect, and kindness. Therefore, we join our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, who, echoing the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., said, "You and I should form the habit of taking definite time each day to contemplate and affirm peace with justice. For there is no peace possible without justice. But faith without works is dead. We should not only pray, we should act, each contributing the best they have to the common purpose, each willing to make any sacrifice necessary. For there can be no individual self-preservation without the preservation of all." We call upon ourselves and the faith communities in the United States to take action that shows we have heard the cry of suffering, and we own our responsibility for it. Whether that action is prayer, donations to organizations that promote racial justice, rigorous self-education, or active engagement, let not this moment in history pass unattended. May the actions we take be steeped in peace and respect for the sacredness of each life, knowing that whatever we do, individually and collectively, must be divinely directed from a higher consciousness. When we apply our proven spiritual principles through rigorous practices and compassionate action, the desired results cannot fail to demonstrate. At the end of today's service, I will give an announcement updating you about our center and our future online and in person, so please stay tuned to the end. Today's message is brought to us by Dr. Kim Kaiser, and our affirmative prayer is brought to us by practitioner Lawrence Edwards, who will also lead us in reading today's affirmation. It is time for us now to turn within, so I invite you to take a deep breath with me and to exhale and to begin to move your attention inward to that place where the divine resides. I am confident that somewhere between the music and the meditation, the prayer and the music is exactly what your heart is seeking for the next part of your spiritual journey. Welcome.
I'm here to remind you of your magnificence, to help you awake to all the wonder that you are. I long to show you all the joy you're worthy of. I'm here to remind you how much you're truly loved. You're here to remind me of my magnificence, to help me awake to all the wonder that I am. You long to show me all the joy I'm worthy of. You're here to remind me how much I'm truly loved.
There's only one life, one power, one love, one spirit, one God. There's only one divine essence, that which has no beginning, that which has no end, that which is everywhere at all times, that which is love. And I recognize that I am an expression of this life, a unique emanation of life itself. And as that is true for me, so is it true for everyone that is listening to this word, and even those that are not. For we are it. We are that presence. We are that life. We are that love. So I speak my word for our time together today. A time of peace, a time of knowing, a recognition of who we are, the expression of life that we are. I speak a time of giving, of sharing, of receiving, of allowing, of listening to what is wanting to be said, the love that wants to be expressed. I'm grateful, I'm thankful for this opportunity, for this space to speak these words. And I release these words into that dynamic of God that always responds affirmatively. And I let it be. And so it is. Hello, I'm Lawrence Edwards, a ministerial intern at the Center. Please read with me today's affirmation from our 2020 Spiritual Vision Book of Affirmations. I agree to love and serve the world. When those around me prosper and are happy, so am I. I pour my love into the world through service.
With a little bit of hope, we begin to discover. With a little bit of faith, we see our way over the hill. It will open before you, we begin to recover from all of our doubt that stays blocking our will. With a little bit of trust, we can go up our stair step. With a little bit of love, we learn to believe in ourselves as a spirit, become our own lover, and spiral above, where we can receive when we fall back to that dark place before this, and pull the covers over our spirit. I know, there is light just beyond this, lighter and brighter than we've ever been before. With a little bit of hope, we begin to discover. With a little bit of faith, we see our way o'er the hill. It will open before you, we begin to recover from all of our doubt that lays blocking our will. With a little bit of thought, we can find ourselves moving. With a little bit of truth, we release all our blame. A shift in our mind, we create what we will be. Step up, decide what is all ours to claim. A shift in our mind, we create what we will be. Step up, embrace what is all ours to claim.
Good morning. Living our lives all in one place is really bringing home a truth that I've long felt. You know that phrase, no matter where you go, there you are? Well, in fact, wherever you go in the world, you end up finding yourself there. We've always lived our lives in one place, right here in this mind with which we perceive our world and our life. We've always been wherever we go, meeting ourselves again and again. So that phrase, no matter where you go, there you are, I have a different sense of it now. You can go to the mountains, you can go to the ocean, you can go to Detroit, and you'll find that the same one is waiting for you there. You took it with you, this mind that we live and know our world with. The recent incidents with tear gas in our town have really caused us to know something that's true too, that no matter where we stay in one place, The world is going to come in. The world is going to be there to know and to present itself to us. You can't shut it out. You can't shut it out outside, and you can't shut it out inside. Worry and fear take over when you begin to see the kinds of things that we're seeing. In times like this, many people are resisting and questioning all that we are being asked to do. No one likes to be told what to do. No one likes to be in the position of told what they should do and told how to be and told that they can't move about. So I think we're all knowing those feelings and knowing how we are responding individually and socially, and feeling that there's something amiss here, something that should be done, something that isn't happening, and that we should be participating in it somehow, that our presence, our activity is important, and we don't know what to do. We don't have an idea at all what it is that we might be doing in this world now to address it. And so people begin to question themselves. They begin to put themselves down for not knowing, for not having done what they should have done or what people tell them they should do now. Everything is now a questioning of what am I, who am I, how can I participate, am I participating enough, am I doing my part, am I being the person I want to be. In a world like that, it's very hard to know and to feel what is the right thing to do. People don't like to be told what to do. People don't like to be told what they should do. And if you feel that way too, then you're right. You shouldn't, because only you can know what to do. And let me say more about that. Basic teaching of our philosophy, science of mind, is that the mind of the one, God itself, or spirit itself, reality itself, whatever you want to call it, Buddha itself, lives in you. It's here always, already. It's here all the time. And you know, this mind is the source of and the knower of all things. It's the source of you, it's the source of everything, and it's everyone. And it lives in us, but we don't know how to access it. We don't know if we can access it. We don't know whether it is indeed there for us often. So I want to just suggest today some of the ways and some of the steps you can take inwardly to begin to know if indeed there is the one in you, the one mind, the source and knower of all things. And it's indeed in you and available to you, and in fact actively speaking with you, actively communicating with you. This teaching of ours, Science of Mind, says that it is true, but do you know it's true? Do you actually believe that the one mind, the mind of all that is, the source of all that is? I could go on and on. Everything is contained in it. All that you think you are is contained in it. All that you actually are, which is much larger, is contained in it, and it lives in you. In some real way, we say in Science of Mind, we say, your only job is to listen to that one within you and let it tell you what to do. Let it give you everything you need to do it. Let you know in unmistakable terms that you can understand how it is alive in you and well and active. My teacher, Suzuki Roshi, in Zen Buddhism, used to talk about the two minds within us. He used to talk about big mind and little mind. And he would say, If you only live your life from little mind and aren't aware that the big mind, which is also known as the Buddha mind, which is the one mind we're talking about, if you don't know about that, you don't know what's going on. Suzuki Roshi used to say, everything is included in your mind. This is the essence of mind. This is big mind. If, however, you are letting yourself use the mind which is related to something outside of itself, that mind is small mind, a limited mind. Big mind experiences everything within itself. Small mind is continually comparing itself, continually measuring itself to all that it sees around it. He wrote, "Do you understand the difference between the two minds, the mind which includes everything and the mind which is related to something? Actually, they're the same thing, but the understanding is different, and your attitude towards your life will be different according to which understanding you have." He said further, "This mind lives in us all the time, and we are feeling its action in every moment. The more we know of it, the more we are able to find what we need to know in order to act with the wisdom and freedom which comes from being in contact with that greater knowledge." And then he said, "To exist in big mind is an act of faith, which is different from the usual faith of believing in a particular idea or a being. It is to believe that something is supporting us and supporting all our activities, including our thinking mind and emotional feelings." We all want to be in contact with that mind, that we intuit, that we somehow feel is in us or is available to us. We want to know what it is saying and doing. We want its guidance. We want to actually believe it's there so that we could use it. Suzuki Roshi used to say, one way to get in touch with that big mind is to quiet the mind through meditation. He said, when we practice meditation, it is not that big mind that is actually controlling. It's not that big mind is controlling small mind, but simply that when small mind becomes calm, big mind starts its activity. But many of us, even if they practice meditation, don't know that big mind's there because they don't believe it's there. We experience our minds in many different ways. And William James, an American psychologist and philosopher who I'm going to be teaching a course on beginning next week, coined a phrase that many people recognize as a description of the mind that they experience daily. He called it the stream of consciousness, an endless flow of thoughts and feelings that we all experience within. Ideas, thoughts, emotions, feelings, impulses endlessly pass by within us. And only with effort can we stop that endless flow, if we're able to do it at all. Ernest Holmes spoke of the difference between a trained mind and an untrained mind. And in our terms of what we're talking about today, a trained mind is able to direct its attention where the owner wants it to go. An untrained mind is adrift on that stream of consciousness of ideas and endlessly floating along it. It makes you realize a new meaning to that song, "Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream." It is a dream that allows the stream to carry you away if you don't pay attention. When you're doing that, you're in a dream. You don't know how to go where you want to go. One of the major obstacles to seeing that even in the stream, big mind is expressing itself in the midst of all those ideas and thoughts, and through them sometimes. But we're overwhelmed by the flotsam and jetsam, to use the river analogy, all that stuff floating through, and we can't tell what it is that is the big mind speaking with us. What we're hearing is ordinary thoughts, usually repeats of conversations we've heard between ourselves or others, and on TV, judgments that we're reading about or seeing in social media. And we believe them and we repeat them to ourselves, and they appear in our mind as our thoughts. So how do we hear what the One is saying to us? How do we have faith that big mind is really within us? William James said an interesting thing. He was talking about the ability to see beyond the ordinary world, and he was talking about what's available there as perhaps new dimensions of being. And he said, you know, if people don't believe that there are other dimensions, other ways of being, I pity them, because they'll never experience them. First, just let it be that it's possible that big mind might be here right now and communicating with you in a way that you can understand. If you have trouble believing that it is really talking with you, I suggest you take and make a bet. It's a bet that was called Pascal's wager. It's an old philosophical technique, and it has actually changed the lives of many, many people. And I'm saying to you to make a bet, to decide I'm going to bet for it or against it. And if you bet for it, you say, there is the big mind, and it's in me, and it's talking with me, and it is available to me. I'm going to bet that that's so. I'm calling that, for this talk, betting on big mind. But you see, I'm actually talking about God within you, Buddha within you, the One itself within you. James described it this way. If you believe that it's so, that the big mind is available to me right now, then you can say to yourself, there's many things I could know. It knows everything. It's the source of all things. It's greater than anything. It's greater than what I think I am. And if it's so, there's so much that it can give me, so much that I can learn, that can guide me, so much that I can learn about myself and learn to act from. If it's within me, it's available to me. It's right there, right now. So you make the bet that that's so. And then you can say to yourself, well, look, if I'm wrong, what have I lost? Nothing. I just have, say, well, I thought I'd bet on it and it didn't happen. But if you choose to bet on it and believe in it, then you would begin to receive all the gifts it could bring. If you do that, those gifts are available to you. And if you bet against it, well, guess what? You're going to have no way to know, because you won't be looking for it. You don't believe in it, therefore you'll never meet it. And so there's your choice. Bet for it, believe in it, and see if they're available, these beliefs and benefits and all that is you're seeking. If you're wrong, so what? But if you bet against it, you decide not to believe in it and say, no, it's impossible, it's ridiculous, I don't think it's there at all, I'm not going to look for it, then in fact, you won't see it. You won't find it. You won't be able to receive the guidance that is pouring down on you all the time. You haven't tried to hear it. You haven't tried to see it. You haven't tried to open your arms to receive what it has to give. Which do you choose? Big mind or small mind? What bet are you making on your life, on the nature of reality? Are you just saying, oh, I don't believe in it, can't be so? Well, in fact, you'll find out that that's true. But you've missed an opportunity to open yourself to something that is larger and to allow it to show itself to you, because you're looking for it, you're listening for it, you're opening your arms to receive it. Ernest Holmes has a wonderful line in the Science of Mind textbook that is really something about this. It's kind of like, if you bet that the big mind is in you, then what you're actually beginning to say is that there's much more here, that all the limits that I have put on my being and on reality itself, and on the fact that I am accompanied all the time by the ultimate mind that produces all things. And by the way, when I say mind, I don't mean just thoughts. I mean, everything takes place within your perception, within your experience, and that it all exists in what we're going to call mind, your mind. So Ernest Holmes said, the person who can throw himself with complete abandon into that limitless sea of receptivity, having cut loose from all apparent moorings, is the one who will always receive the greatest rewards. Let me translate that. The person who can throw themselves with complete abandon into a limitless sea of receptivity, that is, they're completely open to receiving from that one within, having cut loose from all apparent moorings, having cut loose all ideas of limitation, which say that can't happen, that's not so, it won't happen, is the one who will always receive the greatest reward. I'm suggesting that you follow the guidance of this teaching, Science of Mind. And working with this inner guidance, you can actually say to it, look, make yourself known to me, show me, give me proof, and make it understandable so that I know what's going on. So even if what you're doing is mysterious to me, I know it's you doing it. And make it doable by me. Don't tell me to do something that I can't do. And whatever you tell me to do or not do, give me the willingness, the energy, the strength, the ability, the knowing that I need to be able to follow your guidance. This really is a message that's coming home very strongly today. We're alone. We may be living in family groups, but we're beginning to see that wherever we are, we're in fact in this mind we call our mind. We carry it with us wherever we go. And the teaching of this Science of Mind is that one mind, the mind you call yourself, is actually the one mind itself. And there's so much more to you than what you have so far allowed yourself to know about the mind that is within you. It's all here. It's all active right now. It won't shut down. It's always available. And so now is a time, in this time of when you're being asked to do this and that, and you don't know what to do and who to be. Just let yourself make the bet that indeed the one mind is inside of me, is speaking to me directly, is able to show me its presence, and is able to guide me. Reach deeper. Look deeper beyond the surface of that stream of consciousness and look beneath it to see what lies in the depths upon which those thoughts and feelings flow and stream by. There's a song by Chris Ritchie that I love very much, and I just want to mention, I want some of the words from it. It's called Who Lets the Bucket Down? Or actually, Who Let the Bucket Down? And pulled out a prophet. That's a poem by Rumi. And he's saying beneath the surface of your understanding, the shallow surface of that stream that you're witnessing, there's a prophet. There's something that is deep and profound, and it lives in you. And this talk is about letting that bucket down, pulling out that which was within you, which is far beyond what you've ever thought of as you, but is the same as you. And you'll experience what is meant by, in that song, we have opened you. We have opened you. And you'll allow yourself to know and feel the good and the benefit that pulls forth, flows forth. So let us pray together. I want to speak of that one that lives everywhere and within us, that is alive and active. Wherever we are alive and active, we can't go anywhere without it. That's why we keep beating it wherever we go. And when we know it is the one itself, the source of all being, that which has created everything and everyone is doing so in every moment, we begin to realize there's nothing that's not available to us. And indeed, there's nothing that we are that is not created by, in this moment, again and again, that one itself. For we are its activity. We are what it has chosen to be and to do and to know itself as, because it delights in knowing itself as us. Therefore, all that it is, love and peace and understanding, ability, willingness, joy, is all within us. It is our true nature. It is there when we let the bucket down. It is there to be known and felt, and to give us all that we need to drink, all that we need to see in order to know and feel its presence. And I just let that happen. I know it is already happening. And I release it with joy and thanks, and just let it be. And so it is.
Thank you, Dr. Kim Kaiser. And now it is time for our offering. Thank you so much to everyone who has been continuing to contribute by either taking advantage of our online donation portal at cslsr.org or by sending in physical checks to our address at 2075 Occidental Road, Santa Rosa, California, 95401. And especially thank you to those people who put kind notes in the envelopes. It's such a pleasure to open them. If you don't know this, we open this Zoom meeting a half hour before the service starts, and we play a scrolling slide of all of those kind words. It is so wonderful to read, and it communicates to me and to the staff and trustees how important the Center for Spiritual Living is to so many people. While you think about that for yourself and consider making a donation, please enjoy this music to open your heart and inspire you.
My word can move my soul where I can't imagine, but it is happening. One turn straight down that road been wasting my dreams on hours asleep. This time I believe words are worth saying, dreams are worth claiming. Now hear me when I speak, and my fear is not real. No, no, it's just another lie, and it cuts me down to size, and I am here for the very first time. Yeah, I'm here like I am born again, and the world is opening. I've been wasting my dreams on hours I sleep. This time I believe that words are worth saying, dreams are worth claiming. Now hear me when I speak, hear me, oh, and it's the only voice that has changed my life. It's changed my life, it's changed my life. And it declares that happiness is my right. It's my right. My word can move my soul. It moves my soul where I can't imagine, but it is happening. I've been wasting my dreams on hours that I sleep. This time I believe, oh, words are worth saying, dreams are worth claiming. Now, oh, hear me, I've been wasting my dreams on hours that I sleep. But this time I believe, yeah, their words are worth saying, dreams are worth claiming. Claim it now. Hear me when I speak. Hear me when I speak. Hear me.
Hi, I'm Julie Burns, and I'm one of your trustees and a practitioner here at the Center. Thank you so much for being here. Your presence is what makes the Center for Spiritual Living Santa Rosa possible, so thank you for being you, for your presence, for your support, and for all your words of encouragement during these interesting and challenging times. I wanted to talk to you today about a little-known gem. Did you know that our movement's spiritual leader and our very own minister, Edward, does weekly 3 to 4 minute talks based on the suggested theme content put together by a team from Centers for Spiritual Living? These monthly and weekly themes serve as a resource and inspiration for study groups and centers all across the world. And Edward does a brilliant job of distilling these themes into short, powerful, compelling, and practical messages that are just perfect for starting out each week with a grounded and compassionate spiritual perspective. Just to give you a little taste, April's theme was Bright Beginnings. May's was listening to your heart, and June's is mindfulness for Mavericks. Now, who doesn't need a little help being mindful these days? I sure do. So if you'd like to tune into these weekly videos, you can find them by going to the Centers for Spiritual Living Facebook page and scrolling down. I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. I find that these simple messages reverberate with me throughout the week, reminding me to come back time and time again to the foundation of our movement's spiritual practice, returning to that inner guidance of spirit, which is always available if I just take the time and the space to enter into it. But wait, there's more. Did you know that these videos are also available in Spanish? Yes, our Spanish outreach ministry has been busy interpreting and producing these videos. If you have any Spanish-speaking friends or family that you think would enjoy them, please point them to our En Español blog page, which can be found under the About Us tab on our own center's beautiful new website. And wait, there's even more. Did you know that our Spanish blog page also has a link to our extensive library of affirmative prayers in Spanish? Our Spanish videos and prayers are enjoyed by thousands of people all over this country and Latin America, and we take great joy and comfort in knowing that our ministers and practitioners' words of compassion, love, and encouragement are reaching out across the world. Your support of our center is helping to make this possible, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. Gracias y buenas noches.
It is time for our community announcements. Keep in mind that all of this information is on our newly designed website, cslsr.org. We keep it up to date so that you can go to it and get the latest information about what is going on, which Zoom room is available for which kind of meeting. Our center building, our physical building, will continue to be closed to the public until such time that the staff, trustees, and I feel we can safely meet the requirements for public gatherings. Although religious gatherings are opening up to 100 people, our community is many hundreds more people larger than 100. So we will continue to provide online virtual services for everyone while we stay up to date on local government instructions and analyze and reanalyze our ability to open. Now, when that time eventually comes, we will give everyone ample notice and a clear plan for how we will engage and agree to engage together. But for now, though, please stay connected with us online. Next Sunday afternoon, June 14, is the monthly discussion group on Zoom. It's called Being and Belonging. It's a group where you can learn more about our relationship with diversity, inclusivity, social rank, racism, oppression, and privilege. This month, the discussion is focusing on understanding the journey transgender individuals take to confirm their identity, and on ways that others can show respect and a willingness to be their allies. Today we want to honor practitioner intern Krista McAtee. She recently completed the 2-year Advanced Consciousness Studies course and passed her written exam, which brings her to becoming a licensed prayer practitioner. Krista is a fluent Spanish speaker, and we're so grateful to have another fluent Spanish speaker as a practitioner in our community. And she has volunteered in various groups, including leading Sunday evening conversations. So thank you, Krista, and congratulations. We are profoundly grateful for your selfless service, and we celebrate with you this milestone. Now, if you want to know more about this longer course, this 30-week course, let me tell you about the TEA that the Education Ministry holds every year around about this time. T stands for Things Everyone Asks, so that we can give the information and answer questions about that advanced spiritual living class, the 30-week course that is devoted to personal discovery, integrated spiritual practice, community building, and embodying awareness of the principles of science of mind and spirit. So this year, the tea will be held via Zoom on Sunday, June 28, from 1:15 to 2:30 p.m. The Education Ministry wants you to know that there are more classes, at least 3 more classes in this summer term. Please note that since these classes are on Zoom, you can't pop in, on the night that class begins. You must register in advance. Registration for William James and the Stream of Consciousness class with Dr. Kim Kaiser, that'll be closing this Tuesday, June 9th at 5 p.m. Registration for the Power of Meditation with Betty Smith, that's available up until next Sunday, June 14th, up till 5 p.m. And then the Beyond Limits class, where you learn to go beyond the limits that have been imposed upon you, inherited, influenced by society or religion, and how to break through into a rich, full life. That class is with Reverend Scioto Bell, and it begins on July 9. This afternoon, Full Circle returns on Zoom at 1 p.m. This is a group that meets monthly to educate and support conversations about death and dying. And Sunday evening conversation, that meets with practitioner Maggie Cole, and her topic is, what are you interested in? And another opportunity to connect, lunchtime learning. Now, that's an event where you get your lunch ready and tune into Zoom and enjoy some breaking bread time and learning something new. And it's free. This month, the book, The Eye of the Storm, Embracing Conflict, Creating Peace by Gary Simmons, is being explored together. Lunchtime learning happens each Wednesday from noon to 1 p.m. and it is facilitated by ministerial intern Lawrence Edwards, practitioner Lily Escovedo, and practitioner intern Krista McAtee. And there is meditation too on Wednesday evenings, Saturday mornings, and a Science of Mind 12-step support group on Tuesday evenings. And all these ways of staying connected are available and listed clearly on our website, cslsr.org. Also, our youth and family program continues with Zoom. A new group for teens is now meeting on Zoom from noon to 2 p.m. So if you'd like more information and resources for families while sheltering in place, you can contact Susan Robinson. She's our Youth and Family Ministry Director. Again, if there is something that is incomplete in you, or if you cried yourself to sleep last night, or if you'd just like to celebrate something and have more of it, please do not miss the opportunity to get confidential, one-on-one affirmative prayer right after service. You can do that. Practitioners have set up, it's a miracle, it's a virtual prayer chapel on Zoom. We call it the Virtual Grinton Chapel to remind us of our physical space we will one day be returning to. Now, this is the way it works. You must leave this online service and you must then go to our Virtual Grinton Chapel, where the trained practitioners are standing by, and you'll be assigned to one of them after each service. If you'd like to know the address for the Virtual Grinton Chapel, just go to our website and you'll see it listed right there. I want to thank you for caring about our Center for Spiritual Living and for supporting it and for being a part of our spiritual community. And now, won't you know with me that you are never alone, that Spirit is right where you are, that you have only to look within at any moment to know that you are guided, sustained, and empowered by a presence that expresses its love in this world through your love. In deepest gratitude, let us live our lives accordingly so that in everything that we do and say and think, we honor this presence, this divine presence of love within. And so it is.
I am a prayer for peace wherever I